All right, this is what Green Street looked like with the students hustling over to Alma Mater because for the first time in 21 years, the Illini are headed back to the Final Four. Welcome to Illini Sports Night. I'm your host, Maisie Garrett, joined alongside my partner, Anna Ekberg. Anna, we saw an Elite Eight run our sophomore year, now senior year, Final Four. Do you think that one was going to happen?
Honestly, no, I didn't. I was shocked, but I am so happy that this is happening for our final year here at Illinois. It is so bittersweet, but also so exciting, from the buzzer beaters to the women's team and the men's team, and just all the action has been so exciting. So we have a lot to talk about tonight.
That's for sure. My voice is kind of still gone from Saturday, so let's hope we can get through this one. We've got a lot of hoops to talk about, so let's jump right in. In the Elite Eight game, the Illini battled and beat the Iowa Hawkeyes for the first time this season. Iowa had a quick start in the game, but it didn't last once the Illini offense got rolling. Illinois figured out it was not their day from the arc, so they dominated on the glass, and from there and from the free throw line, there you see that Iowa really quick start. But Illinois slowly started trekking back as the first half kind of came down to a close, and while you saw Iowa was on fire from three, Illinois just kept fighting back. There was no way they were going to let a team that they beat earlier in the season take them down, take that Final Four spot away from them. And I kind of want to know, where did you watch the game? How was the reaction by you?
So I was at Brothers for both the Elite Eight game and the Final Four game, and the energy was absolutely electric. But I did see videos inside Cam's and the other bars around campus, and it looked like a madhouse. Everyone was so excited, and I love to see that energy. But the Illini men's basketball team's victory over the Iowa Hawkeyes in the Elite Eight of the NCAA tournament saw the streets run wild here on campus like we've been talking about. Here's reporter Reed Lofstead with the celebration in Champaign, Urbana.
This Saturday was one for the history books, as the Illini men's basketball team punched their ticket for the first Final Four since 2005. And what more for fans to do than take over Alma Mater in celebration?
Emotions were high and tension was in the air. The Illini closed out their game against Iowa. However, one thing was sure, these Illini fans were going to celebrate. As fans rushed to make their way to Alma, there couldn't have been more joy in the air.
I was so scared in the beginning. We had Chipotle, I couldn't eat my food. I was so stuck in the game. In the last 2 minutes, my heart was beating. I was so nervous. But we won. We took it home, all the way home.
After going down early in the first half, the game looked scary for fans. Yet the team pulled through with fans too.
The game, this last 3 minutes, we were able to inch our way and make that larger and larger, and then we were able to hold out strong, and we won, so Final Four.
Alma has become the grounds of celebration for this team. Fans came out after the Illini Sweet 16 victory after Houston. The celebration at Alma continues the team's impact within Champaign, Urbana.
Yeah, we're going to pull through together as a community, support our team. I think they got it. I think mind over matter, you know what I mean?
Hopes are through the roof for this squad. However, as fans celebrated the Final Four berth, one question lingers. Will they win it all?
Yeah, they're going to win it all. Everything. It's go big or go home right here, right now. Final Four, baby.
Alma Mater and Illini men's basketball continue to be a pillar of connection, bridging generations of Illini fans together in celebration. This looks to continue as the Illini take on UConn in Final Four this Saturday. This has been Reed Lofstead at Alma Mater. Back to you in the studio.
While things were crazy outside of Alma Mater, there wasn't quite as many people outside of Willard Airport, but there was still hundreds of fans waiting to welcome home the everyday guys. Saeed Bravo was on the runway for the moment the team and fans will never forget.
ILL.
It's a Sunday morning, it's 11 a.m., but what better way to spend it if you're an Illini fan than to come down to Willard Airport in Savoy, Illinois to welcome the Fighting Illini back from Houston as they've achieved a milestone that no Illini team has achieved in the past 21 years. Hundreds of Illini fans have made the trip down to Savoy here at Willard Airport and are about to welcome the Illini back from Houston.
A hero's welcome for a Fighting Illini team that sets its name in the history books. The architect. A couple of Balkans. The big investment. And the hometown hero brought back brand new hardware for the Illini faithful. Fans gathered with glee. Little kids brought their signs and jerseys. David Merkovich, Ben Humrichhaus, and Brad Underwood were the three guys who stayed at the airport the longest, signing every autograph, taking pictures with every fan to show their appreciation to the fan base.
It was crazy. It's my first time seeing them go to the Final Four since I'm 15. I'm a sophomore in high school, so it was awesome. It was an awesome experience.
How long have you been a Illini fan?
My whole life. My family went to Illinois, so I've been a Illini fan my whole life.
For fans like a young Braxton here, this may be the first of a couple championships that he'll see in his lifetime. But for fans like his uncle, they've been waiting a long time for a team like this. It seems the love from Illini fans goes both ways.
One of the most fulfilling moments personally that I just had was standing on the ladder with the net and then seeing our fans and being able to that wasn't about me, that was about our fans, and that was about what's probably going on in Champaign right now. And because that's what you believe this to be.
And as Underwood said, their goal does not stop here. They want to turn Indianapolis orange
and blue. And we're going to kick everybody's ass there.
Now that's a scene that these Illini players and coaches have never experienced in Champaign before, but some of those fans have seen it here in Champaign, the history of 2005. Now, while the drive from Champaign to Indy isn't too bad, the road to the Final Four and the championship game is long. Players and coaches are giving their all to this journey, and we'll tell you their stories up next.
In 1876, a single acre of Illinois soil became the starting point of an experiment that has informed farming for generations. In the heart of campus, the Morrow plots began answering questions farmers still ask today about soil health, crop rotation, and how to produce more with what the land gives us. For nearly 150 years, these fields have been continuously farmed and studied, making the Morrow plots the oldest experimental crop field in the United States, and a rare, living record of how soil and crops respond over generations, not just seasons. Here, researchers proved the value of crop rotation, revealed how nutrients shape yields, and showed what happens when land is managed year after year, decade after decade. Stewardship of the soil matters in the long run. As farmers face tighter margins, rising input costs, and increasing pressure to farm efficiently and sustainably, the lessons from the Morrow plots matter more than ever. In this 150th year, we honor a legacy and renew our commitment to the research that helps farmers make informed decisions and carry agriculture forward for generations to come. Celebrate 150 years of discovery with us at morrow.aces.illinois.edu.
What if the answers to today's problems are hidden in the past?
What if health and safety weren't a privilege, but a promise?
What if vital information was built for every community?
Revolutionary impact begins with a single question, but it doesn't end there.
Because making a difference means following curiosity wherever it leads.
And it means taking action together.
This is where curiosity leads.
Where big questions drive action.
And bold thinking creates lasting impact. This is LAS.
What if the answers to today...
Not only was this a monumental win for the team, their head coach Brad Underwood also joins a historic group of coaches. Only 3 U of I head coaches have made it to the Final Four in program history, and Underwood joins the Illini legends as a Final Four leader, with the last being Bruce Weber back in 2005. After the win against Iowa last Saturday, Underwood shared how much it would mean to him to win.
And I'm going to get emotional, but it's I've been doing this 39 years, and you dream about this as a kid, and I dreamt about doing it at Illinois back in the day when my wife bought Tyler, who was maybe 2, a Brian Cook jersey. And
it's been a long journey for Underwood, and his dreams are starting to become a reality as they head into Indianapolis.
Now, he's one of the biggest names in college basketball right now. Keaton Wagler led Illinois to their spot in the Final Four for the first time in 2 decades. Wagler, the consensus All-American, took charge of the game with an impressive 25-point performance to keep the Illini season alive. A performance of this stature from a true freshman isn't something to just scoff at. Wagler's Elite Eight outing has him rubbing shoulders with former big freshman phenoms such as Greg Oden's 23-point performance in 2007 and Chris Webber's 23 points against Ohio State back in 1992. Both Oden and Webber ended up being the #1 overall pick in their respective NBA drafts. And with many scouts already having Wagler as a lottery pick, his performance in Indianapolis this week will massively impact his spot in the draft come this June.
And another freshman who's been making headlines since round 1 of the tournament, not only for his stat line, is forward David Mirkovic. After being selected to the Big Ten All-Freshman team and as an All-Big Ten honorable mention, Mirk has continued pulling down rebounds and scoring from all over the floor. In the tournament, Mirk has 2 double-doubles and is averaging 14 points and 11 rebounds per game. His size and scoring ability have been monumental in Illinois' run to the Final Four, and continuing to perform at this level will be a key against UConn. But his abilities on the court is just a really small part of what makes him a fan favorite. Mirk has taken the title of class clown for this year's Illini class. He has had countless moments with the spotlight on him for his personality coming through both off and on the court. Whether it's meowing into a mic or making faces while he's playing, he's constantly making basketball fans laugh. Now, you probably saw his sideline interview after the Houston game where he just refused to tell the world Tommy's secret.
We dreamed about this moment and we just gotta keep going. If we continue to play defense like that, we're in a great spot.
What did he just whisper to you?
I can't tell you.
Oh, come on!
Secret.
I won't tell anyone!
No, I can't. Secret.
And I will say, he has been such a character this year. And Kylan Boswell was talking about it right before they went to the Big Ten tournament, where they were asking, oh, how did you feel about Mirk when he was first coming in? And Kylan was like, I was scared because that guy's just a big goofball. And I think it paid off.
Yeah, that showed it. And I know Andrei Stojakovic said that he kind of sees him as a little brother too, because David and Andrei being both Balkans, they have that in common as well, and so does majority of the Illinois basketball team. But whoever is PR training the Illini basketball team, keep doing nothing because we love the content.
Shout out DB.
Now, over a season, roles change, but impact doesn't. Like we were talking about Andrei Stojakovic, he's a prime example of this. After suffering a high ankle sprain against Michigan State and missing 2 games, Brad Underwood changed the starting lineup. Jake Davis kept starting once Stojakovic returned, and Stojakovic became the 6th man, but it took him a while to adjust to that role. After a quiet game against Penn, he sparked life into the Illini offense against the swarming VCU defense. He continued against Houston, where he even knocked down a rare 3-pointer. After another slow start against Iowa, Stojakovic used his speed to attack the Hawkeyes defense. Stojakovic hit an and one to help send the Illini to Indianapolis.
The rare 3-pointer was a good touch there. While everyone's eyes are on those leading scorers, 2 Indiana natives were making an impact without scoring at all. Ben Humrickhouse and Jake Davis only scored a combined 1 point on Saturday, but both of them were instrumental in this win. Humrickhouse pulled in 4 rebounds on the way to recording an impressive 16 plus minus, while Jake Davis was excellent defensive all night. This Final Four will be a homecoming for the orange and blue duo. Both of these guys grew up less than an hour away from downtown Indianapolis, and Humrickhouse is excited to head back to Lucas Oil.
It's unreal. I'm so excited. Going to Lucas Oil, I told Coach Jeff, as a kid, I went there and grew up going to Colts games and watching that. It's incredible that I get to play in a city I try to claim. Jake can really claim it, but it means the world that I get to do it back close to family and back to home.
While some fans are off to Indy, others are staying in campus town. Now, excited to see what their plans are coming up after the break. But first of all, UConn is a big defeat against these Illini. We'll see what they're going to bring to the Final Four up next.
Every day, we are here, turning classes into careers that change lives and research into solutions that save them. We are here, creating jobs, driving innovation, proving what's possible with purpose, passion, and creativity. We are here, serving our communities, working today for a stronger tomorrow for all. We are here.
Every second, you're generating gigabytes of data. How long you're watching a video on a social feed, how long you press down that button when you heart this post. All of those things are metrics that help us gather whether or not you're engaged with the content or not. That is data science.
And now, no matter what field you're in, there's going to be a ton of data, and there's not enough people who know how to analyze it.
So X+DS is a new program at UIUC that's interdisciplinary and allows different units to combine their major with data science.
We're being a thought leader almost in this field, having a degree from the Geese College of Business, plus a Granger Data Science degree is phenomenal.
We want to share what we're doing here at the Granger College of Engineering with the world. We think it's important for everyone to have data science skills, so we decided to make our website public for anyone to view.
So one of our goals is not just be the best in the world, but the best for the world.
We're doing a lot of efforts in Chicago with Chicago Public Schools, getting students in high school all throughout Illinois who are interested in data science access to it is something that we're going to be working on a lot in the next 3 years. Data is very beautiful, and you can learn to make it beautiful.
Beautiful data visualizations that are interesting to look at, that are relevant to you, that combination really helps people understand what's going on in the world better than anything else I've seen before.
We're from the Granger College of Engineering.
And here we solve problems first.
Green Street was buzzing on Saturday, where fans were looking for a place to watch the Illini play in the Elite Eight. Curtis Beasley, who talked to fans about their plans for the game.
There is no doubt that Green Street was packed as fans were looking for restaurants and bars to watch Illinois take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. Murphy's Pub was one of the few that had long lines of people waiting for a chance to get in.
This is Curtis Beasley. I'm out here on Green Street, right outside of Murphy's Pub. The Illini fans have packed this place out for the Elite Eight game versus the Iowa Hawkeyes, and I am here to see what has compelled them to wait in line and to join their friends in watching this Elite Eight March Madness tournament game.
Illinois freshman Nick Splitt was one of many fans who decided to wait in line at Murphy's, and he says that he was willing to wait because Illinois basketball is electric.
Man, this team, like this whole entire season, has been so electric. Week in and week out, especially how they've been performing in the tournament so far. It's just, it's must-watch TV, man.
Murphy's wasn't the only place fans were willing to wait, though. Just across 6th Street, there was a line that went way outside of the entrance of Legends Bar and Grill.
Yeah, I mean, waiting in the line is just a fraction of the effort those athletes are going to put tonight, so I think it's nothing compared to that. And I think that it's like, as I said, it's a thing that unites all the Illini. We can talk to the people in the line, just pass the time, just exchanging opinions about the basketball game. It's just, the line is nothing literally. I just can't wait to see the game and drink some beer and enjoy another win, hopefully.
For fans, Saturday was deeper than basketball. It was about friendship and loyalty, even if it meant watching the game through the window of a bar.
The Illinois game might have made campus as lively as it's been in a long time. There might be a better way to bring students together than a basketball game with a trip to the Final Four on the line.
Illinois is matching up with a familiar opponent this Saturday, and to tell us more about that matchup is Saeed Bravo.
Thanks so much, Anna. The Fighting Illini are set to take on the UConn Huskies this Saturday. It will be a battle between the nation's best offense and the 9th best defense. It also happens to be the second time these two teams meet this season, but don't get it twisted. November 28th, 2025 sure feels like a long, long time ago. And these aren't the same two teams they were back then. Remember, this was before Keaton Wagler ascended to become, well, Keaton Wagler. David Mirkovic had only played 18 minutes. And Mihailo Petrovic hasn't played significant minutes since then as well. But UConn's lineup has also fluctuated. Center Terrace Reed stock has gone up, while Eric Raby's stock has crashed. That's just to name a few. But the guy to really look out for has been Alex Karabin, who had been on a tear for most of March up until their Elite Eight win over Duke. He's averaging 15.2 points per game inside of this tournament. He dropped 27 in the round of 32 over UCLA. And there's no question Illinois will have its hands full on Saturday night with a trip to the national title game on the line. But as we know now, anything can happen in March.
Anything can happen is absolutely right. UConn-Duke, that was an amazing matchup, and Duke seemed to be leading most of the way, but UConn pulled away with a buzzer beater. Walk us through what you were feeling during that moment, Saeed, watching this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll level with you, Anna. I was editing my package during that moment, and I looked up at the TV, and madness had ensued. And this is why the tournament is great. I mean, on one side, it's UConn pulling up just voodoo magic out of their pocket, and on the other, just another devastating tournament exit for Duke for a second year in a row. And really, just you're left wondering if you're Duke, you're left asking yourself a couple questions, and if you're UConn, just enjoying this run. And you know, Illinois right now is favored against that team, and we'll see if that materializes into a win for Illinois.
All right, well, thank you so much, Saeed.
All right, now in the tournament and throughout the season, there's one thing that's really stood out for the Illini, and that is their lack of fouling. Illinois averages 13.3 fouls per game, the second fewest in the country. This is significantly limiting opponent free throw attempts, and it's a key reason for the Illini pulling away in close games like we saw in that Sweet 16 game against Houston. Now, in this one, the Illini only committed 14 fouls. That's 7 less than the Cougars' 21. Now, this led to the Houston only shooting 2 free throws the entire game, while Illinois shot 21. In a game that was neck and neck to the end, it was really only won by 10 points. Now, the charity stripe has been a crucial point for Underwood's team, especially those close games, and it's definitely something to keep an eye out for this weekend.
Now forget the 3-ball, because the Illini punched their ticket to the Final Four by winning the battle in the trenches. For years, we've seen the Illini live and die by the 3-pointer. But Saturday night, Underwood's squad proved they found a new way to win, and that's by owning it in the paint. Iowa's whole game plan was built around taking away the Illini's most dangerous weapon, the triple. They did exactly that, holding an Illinois team that averages 11 threes a game to just 3. But the Illini took note of Iowa's lack of help defense and shifted the focus to attacking mismatches at the rim. Keaton Wagler led the charge using his off-the-dribble talent to either find a high-percentage look or draw a foul. And he wasn't alone, as Tomislav Ivicic, Davin Mirkovic, and Andrei Stojakovic all put their bodies on the line to help rack up 40 points in the paint for the orange and blue. The physicality was just as impressive on the other end, where the Illini's presence held the Hawkeyes to just 12 points in the paint on that night. If Illinois can win an Elite Eight game while shooting 17% from three-point range, a good shooting night would present UConn with a whole new beast.
Now, there's another point on the stats sheet that Underwood and his team look at religiously, and they harp on it week after week. They have to win the rebound battle. Now, John Luke Charles joins us with more from the glass.
That's right, Maisie. The mentality, get as many rebounds as you can. Every time a shot goes up, you see 4 orange jerseys flying to the rim like heat-seeking missiles towards the basketball. It was on display all Saturday evening as Illinois grabbed 38 rebounds compared to Iowa's 21. Throughout the game, Iowa was shooting threes at a rate Illinois couldn't match, but Illinois snagged offensive rebound after offensive rebound all second half, which ultimately sent them to Indianapolis. Here is Tommy Isevich talking about rebounding after the game.
I think we were dominant on the glass from the first minute. Even in the beginning of the game, I would say they started the game better, but rebounding kept us in the game. And we scored 40 points in the paint compared to their 12. And yeah.
UConn is a veteran team with very few weaknesses. They have, however, been a mediocre rebounding team all season, which might be just the advantage the Illini are looking for to prevail.
All right, John Luke, so does that mean that Illinois has a chance if they're winning that rebound battle against UConn here?
Oh, absolutely, Maisie. And to do that, they're going to need their front court to stay out of foul trouble all game against UConn's talented front court. After all, availability is the best ability.
All right, thank you so much, John Luke. Now, don't go too far. The Illini are one of the best second-half teams in the country. In March Madness history, coming out of a halftime tournament, the Orange and Blue have posted a positive 63-point differential against all opponents so far. That's the 4th highest mark in NCAA history. Now, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll take a look at some more fun things about March Madness. Stay with us.
The College of Veterinary Medicine plays a unique role here at the University of Illinois. We've developed a series of 8-week practicums in which the academic training the students are receiving is blended with practical experiences with some of the experts that we have here at the college. In the Masters of Veterinary Science program, we're not only training people to think, we're also training them to do.
Like we've been mentioning, the final 4 teams for the men's basketball tournament are UConn, Illinois, Arizona, and Michigan. This is the first time since 2015 that 2 Big Ten teams have made it to the men's basketball Final Four. The Big Ten now has a chance to achieve this same feat on the women's side, but it's been way longer in the making. In 1993, Ohio State and Iowa's women's basketball teams made it to the NCAA Final Four. Now, for the first time since then, the Big Ten could have 2 women's teams in the Final Four. Those 2 teams are the recently added UCLA Bruins and potentially the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan is currently playing Texas, but if Michigan pulls away with this victory, this will be the first time in their university's history that both their men's and women's basketball teams made it to the Final Four in the same year. It's been impressive showings for all Big Ten basketball teams this year, with 9 men's teams and a record-tying 12 women's teams playing in March Madness. And Illinois men's basketball is still showing that resilience in the tournament. For the Illinois women, though, they were able to make it to round 2 before falling to 2-seeded Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt then went to the Sweet 16 and lost to 6-seeded Notre Dame, making the Illinois loss a little tougher to handle. You never want to lose to a team that gets eliminated the following round. But despite that loss, the Illini had some pretty impressive recognitions from one standout freshman.
That's right, Anna. Ciara Parchment was one of those big players that will be etched in the history of Illinois. She had a huge showing this season. She broke a record 463 points and holds the Illinois women's basketball record for most points scored in a single season by a freshman. Broke that record and had previously been held by Catrice White for a decade, surpassing her by more than 15 points. Now, she was unanimously voted for the Big Ten All-Freshman team by coaches. She closed the season with a 22-12 record.
Shauna Green has now led Illinois to a postseason run every season she has been at Illinois. That's 3 NCAA tournaments and 1 WBIT championship. This year, the Illini were the youngest team in the tournament, and now that the season has come to a close, it's safe to say the talent on this team has a very high ceiling. Between freshman Destiny Jackson and Parchment sophomores Barry Wallace and Aaliyah Guyton, there was a lot of time to develop into a championship team. Back in January, when the Illini welcomed number 2 UCLA, head coach Corey Close had an inspiring message to those young Illinois athletes.
I would say to this young core group at Illinois that if they can stay together and through the ups and downs, fight the urge to choose themselves or to look elsewhere, or I always say the grass isn't greener on the other side, the grass is greener where you water.
All right, sorry, a little bit of technical difficulties over here, but Anna, an inspiring message. Right now, the Illini, only one of those players have switched over, entered the transfer portal. It's Haven Smith, so it'll be interesting to see if any of those Illini follow in her footstep. But now we're going to switch things up here. One of my favorite parts of sports is the superstitions and all the crazy things fans do that they'll give their own team a win, or in this case, who to pick for their brackets. So right now, the thing that's taking over March Madness TikTok is some pretty creative ways people and animals are predicting game outcomes. There's marble races to see who will get to the finish line first. There's Cujo Catches, a dog that predicts the team that's playing fetch. And my personal favorite is Fatty the Turtle. He does a quick film study before he makes his picks. He was 50% for his final 4 picks, but he's been 100% for his Illinois picks so far. And that was over Houston, Iowa. Now, he hasn't put in his picks for the championship game yet, but I've got my post notifications ready for when he does.
My favorite one is the corgi that will bounce up and hit the ball with his nose and then get it into the basket. That is definitely my favorite one. But if you didn't know, a tradition around here at Illini Sports Night is our whole crew makes a March Madness bracket for on-air bragging rights. So let's take a look at where everyone is at super quick. And we also made a women's one, and we'll look at that too. But right now, Maisie, you are in first place with Michigan to win, and obviously Duke kind of kicked all of us around a little bit. Yep. So some of us are out of the competition.
Okay.
And
I'm going for the 2-peat.
Saeed is in last place with Iowa State with that one. And Adam with Illinois to win. His bracket is named Best 10 Conference, and I will have to unbiasedly agree with that. Now, looking over on the women's side, UCLA is definitely dominating. We have Adam, unfortunately, in last place with his women's bracket, but I think I'm doing okay in second. Mm-hmm. You're in 5th place, and we got one UConn for Carson.
Interesting.
We'll see about that. And we still got a few teams to see where they end up. We still got games to play. But that's all we have for you tonight on Illini Sports Night. The next time we'll see you will be Championship Monday, so stay tuned for what we have cooking next week. Thank you so much all for watching. I'm Anna Eckberg.
And I'm Maisie Garrett. For our entire crew here at Richmond Studio, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic Final Four.